Let's face it, waking up to an alarm feels like being ripped from peaceful sleep into a world that wants something from you. Another day of obligations, deadlines, and expectations. The snooze button becomes your temporary escape. 5 more minutes of pretending life isn't waiting on the other side. I used to hate mornings. Not just dislike them, hate them with a burning passion that made my stomach turn as soon as I opened my eyes. Each morning felt like bracing for impact rather than embracing a new day. My first thoughts weren't about possibilities but about survival. How will I get through today? This morning dread isn't random. It's directly connected to how you view your life's purpose and daily activities. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and author of Man's Search for Meaning, discovered that those who found meaning in their suffering had dramatically higher survival rates in concentration camps. Your morning anxiety might not compare to such extreme circumstances, but the principle remains: meaning transforms how you experience life's demands. Think about children on Christmas morning. They practically vibrate with excitement, often waking up at ungodly hours. No alarm needed. The anticipation of joy pulls them from sleep. What if you could capture even a fraction of that feeling on regular days? The secret isn't complicated, but it goes against what most productivity gurus sell you. It's not about having the perfect morning routine, though that helps. It's not about drinking lemon water or meditating for an hour, though those aren't bad ideas. The real key is creating something worth waking up for. Most adults have resigned themselves to a life of obligations. Work to pay bills. Exercise to avoid health problems. Social appearances to maintain relationships. Everything becomes a means to avoid negative outcomes rather than to create positive ones. This defensive posture toward life drains its color and meaning. Consider this question: what would make tomorrow so exciting that you'd willingly set your alarm earlier than necessary? For some, the answer comes easily: a trip to Paris, a concert by your favorite band, a reunion with an old friend. But what about regular Tuesdays? What makes an ordinary day worth jumping out of bed for? The Japanese concept of ikigai offers a framework for finding your reason for being. It sits at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. When you have activities in your day that check at least 2 of these boxes, waking up becomes less of a chore. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations about the importance of purpose. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? This perspective shift requires honesty about your current situation. If you genuinely hate your job, no morning routine will fix that. No amount of positive thinking can override the reality that you're spending most of your waking hours doing something that feels meaningless or harmful to your well-being. Sometimes the solution isn't to change your attitude but to change your circumstances. Other times, the answer lies in finding meaning in what you already do. Nurses might endure difficult shifts because they're easing suffering. Teachers might grade endless papers because they're shaping future generations. Parents might change countless diapers because they're raising a human being they love. What's your why? And is it strong enough to pull you out of bed with anticipation rather than dread? Beyond finding your purpose, there are practical steps to wake up feeling more excited. Create something to look forward to. Place something enjoyable early in your day. A special breakfast, time to read a book you love, or a morning walk in nature. Give yourself a genuine reason to get up that isn't just about productivity. End the day properly. Your morning actually starts the night before. Stop scrolling through bad news or work emails before bed. Instead, read fiction, journal about good things that happened, or plan something enjoyable for tomorrow. Connect your daily actions to your larger purpose. How does what you'll do today connect to what truly matters to you? Even small actions gain significance when tied to meaningful goals. Make your bedroom a phone-free zone. Many of us reach for our phones first thing, immediately flooding our brains with information, comparisons, and demands. This hijacks your natural waking process and often sets a reactive tone for the day. Get enough sleep. Excitement is neurologically impossible when you're exhausted. All the purpose in the world can't overcome chronic sleep deprivation. Prioritize rest as the foundation of morning enthusiasm. William James, the father of American psychology, noted, "The greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind." While this is partly true, attitudes alone don't change reality. They work best when paired with meaningful action. I started waking up excited when I made 3 changes. First, I built time for writing into my morning, something that gives me energy rather than takes it. Second, I became ruthlessly honest about which commitments actually mattered to me and started saying no to the rest. Third, I connected my daily tasks to the person I want to become, giving even mundane activities a sense of direction. Now, some mornings I actually wake up before my alarm, eager to start the day. Not every day, I'm human after all, but enough to know that morning dread isn't inevitable. Your morning mood is a reliable indicator of life alignment. Chronic morning dread suggests something fundamental needs changing. Occasional morning reluctance is normal. Frequent morning excitement means you're on the right track. Think of excitement as your internal compass. When you consistently wake up feeling heavy with dread, your body and mind are sending a message worth listening to. Don't silence it with more caffeine or by telling yourself to toughen up. Creating a life worth waking up for might be the most important work you ever do. Not because productivity matters more than happiness, but because your one wild and precious life deserves to be met with anticipation rather than avoidance. Tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone or hit snooze, ask yourself, what could make today worth embracing? The answer might change everything.